Welcome, Capricorn, to your love reading for the 7th of January to the 13th of 2019. Alright, let's see what's going on with you. Recent past events for Capricorn. Recent past events for Capricorn. I love. Recent past. So, love, affection, happiness, creativity, being around your partner, feeling this way for somebody. There's maybe a sign that you received or a message of some kind with the Ace of Cups being there. Usually it's when you're around a certain person or you're feeling that way about somebody. It could be a water sign, but love is in the air. So let's clarify the Ace of Cups recent past for Capricorn. Death, though. Alright, it's two things where a lot of you might be going through a transition of moving on to find your own happiness right now, so that might make you happy. And for some of you, that's an instance of even being happy to kind of dream about somebody where if you did lose someone, you had a dream about that person that could have kind of warmed your heart, someone who has been deceased. And then you have this energy of some of you moving on from someone who you're still in love with, and that might be tough for a lot of you with the Death card showing up. Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. So let's see what's coming into this week. Person coming towards you. Communication is there. So for many of you, the communication might be opening up. Might be traveling that comes to you. Clarify the Eight of Wands. Whoa. Okay. So you're working. For many of you, let me tell you what these are. We have Justice, Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups in reverse, Six of Wands. These are energies of some of you still in a connection with somebody, which could be karmically in a way. You might be tied to someone as you work on. To me, when that's coming through, you might be connected to someone who in the past kind of you've been with that person, and they could have kind of been with you. You helped them out. You gave to them. Whatever. Then the Five of Pentacles is showing up. That's how you get bound to someone when they don't really give back to you in some way, and then you having to forgive that person for that energy of kind of helping them out, or you leaning on someone else and helping them out. Then the Six of Wands is there. That's the energy of working on forgiveness to see if you two can reconcile your differences, or then being able to move into something new. So working on your confidence so you're feeling good. What I feel here as well, for many of you, if it's not literally a person that's coming toward you, whoever it might be, this could be a newer person in your life or other people trying to open up to you to help you out. So I feel like karmically there's something that might be either a lesson here or some kind of payback from this particular person. All right, and let's see. I can see somebody coming through asking for, forgiveness, and, they didn't mean to do certain things, and let's just, be cool. Let's start over. 2019 is here kind of thing. But yeah, go with that, but take it how you need to, how you feel. Let's see, what might be the person, what might your response be? Well, I have, So a lot of you, I feel like this is, so a lot of cards came back out. So some of you may be married. All right. That could have brought out the conflict. And some of you, there could have been a sexual relationship, which has been a kind of in and out. And it could have you really stressed out when that person leaves or they come back, and then you're constantly in your head, but you don't address the matter because you don't want to bring it up. So then you kind of look at them a little bit. You think about them at times. But then you kind of turn away, and then at night still dreaming about them, thinking about them, but then you kind of hold on because that person still hasn't come back around, and you're holding on tightly to them, but then ultimately it's something that you need to break away from because it's not working out. That's what all these cards are telling you right now. But what I'm going to do is place them back in right now, because I need to see at least one or two cards for your response. Okay, not all those cards. Let's see. Messages for Capricorn. The response for Capricorn. 7 to 13. Two of Cups, and all of that seemed to be a lesson, and that's what I was mentioning. It's something that you're going through, you're learning. But this person, clarify the Two of Cups. This is your response for Capricorn. Two of Wands, planning, making decisions to plan, to start to kind of maybe reuniting with somebody. That's still this part of the story, and maybe making plans. Some of you might be thinking about relocating, but will you do it? Let's see. Response from Capricorn. Yeah, Temperance is in reverse. You want to make movement, you want to make change. You could be dealing with a water sign, then you got fire. It's Sagittarius showing up. But what I see there as your response is there's a struggle with that, whatever communication does come through, you're not liking it too much because that person might not be, you might feel you're working through forgiving this person. But often if there's like a blame issue or something coming through, asking for something too early, crossing that boundary, a bit too early, and they don't have the space to do so because they left on a bad note. Let's see, what might be the person, what might they be wanting from you? No, how might they be feeling for you this week for Capricorn, the person you're dealing with? They don't want to communicate. It seems like I feel like there's a lack of either you're not telling the truth or this person is not being honest. They're not speaking clearly, even though communication is coming through. Some of you, again, that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with other people. Other people that might be coming toward you, and the person that you really want to get closer to, they're not communicating to you. Clear by the Ace of Swords in reverse, Capricorn. Yeah, they're hiding things. Okay, hiding things, and that's why I feel death is here. You're making a change for some of you out there, and some of you, you're definitely this person, the person that you might be in a relationship with somebody, right? That person might not be, they know that you got some things going on as well for some, and you're not communicating that truth to them. Like you're dealing with some other things from a past person, maybe some financial issues or some kind of connection that you have with them, but you're not letting them know, and they're kind of not really bringing it up either. That's an issue, I feel. And then we have what might they be wanting from you this week, the person you're dealing with for Capricorn. And this is the Four of Pentacles, often holding on, holding back, saving up as well. For some, clip out of Four of Pentacles for Capricorn. Yeah, it seems like there's a King of Swords in reverse. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but often be careful with this person. I feel like that's why when I pull out the Eight of Wands and then I pull out the other cards, I feel like you gotta be careful. I don't like to turn reading into something that's negative or never, no. But when it's coming out like this, I feel like you need to be careful about the person that you're dealing with, because it's almost like they come in to communicate and then they pull the energy back. As soon as you open up, they pull the energy back. You need to make sure that it's consistent. But you don't have to force it, but make sure that it's consistent, because there seems to be this bad, I don't like what's showing up right here. Okay, so outcome for Capricorn. Then we got the King of Pentacles, so a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus that you might be thinking about, that's usually maybe focusing on career. Care about the King of Pentacles, focusing on career. We just mentioned that focusing on career or being with another person or around another person. So you have two partners, or I won't say two partners, but you might be into two different people. One is your partner and maybe someone else. But the King of Wands is showing up as a you're focusing on business, I feel, for some. Clear by the King of Wands. Yeah, see, work. That's what it seems like for some. Hey, you might have, there's a lot of people showing up here, but well, 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 people showing up, so it could be a marriage, but in whichever way these people relate to you, 3 of them are coming out in a positive way. But whoever you're dealing with, I feel like they have a strategy on how to open up and communicate with you. Then you be okay with it, and then you go through the same thing you've been through before. And my guides are kind of touching me right here in my head, so I feel like that might be important for y'all. Okay, so let's see. Messages for Capricorn for January 7th to the 13th. And then we have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. It will bring you romance, and that's why I feel like you're being say the harbinger of some kind of good vibes coming from other people. So the Eight of Wands is an energy of a lot of communication coming from other people or your current romantic partner. Let's see. Trying to stay happy. Then we have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. 2 of Cups. And one more card though, but you're still you're growing. You're trying to figure this out between you and this person. And then getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost self to each other, your bond deepens. Well, as you try to communicate with them, There seems to be a lack of communication that's back and forth. It seems like something comes through and then there's not enough, back and forth clear communication. So I want you to be careful of deceit and the person not being completely honest. And one more card, clear by the moon again for Capricorn. Page of Wands. Either that person has a child or they're wanting to kind of disconnect as they I feel like two things. This has been coming out for a lot of people though. This person that you're dealing with, they might want to take things slow right now, or they might want to be friends if you already had a relationship with this person, and they might come back. I feel like they might want to be around you, but don't let them fake the funk, kind of thing. All right. That's going to be your reading. I hope the message just helped out. Lots of love to you. Lots of light. Tons of feeling vibes. I wish you the best, and you can always go to psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for you. So have a good one.